Hello everyone. Welcome back to another homeschool learning. You are again here in Bunjit Witaya School's online video class. Welcome students. Welcome to another math class. You are with me. My name is Teacher Riva, and we will be again together as we study and learn new set of math concepts in English. Are you ready to start the lesson? Well, if you are, then let's begin. Of course, let's begin our video with a review. Let's review. Or shall I say, it's review time. Let's try to remember what are the things that we have learned from our previous video. Okay? Last meeting, we had our discussion on what is it? Multiplication of numbers. Multiplication of numbers. Now let me refresh and restate to you what are the important vocabulary words when we deal with multiplication. First, in a multiplication process, we have numbers, right? Of course. So, when we look at number 7 here would be our, can you remember what is it? Multiplicand or multiplier. Multiplier. Number 3, we have, it's called multiplicand. Multiplicand. How about 21? What is 21 in a multiplication process? If in addition, we call it sum. In subtraction, we call it difference. In multiplication, it's the product. Product. Okay? Well done, everyone. So those are the words that you need to remember every time that we are going to have multiplication and solve multiplication problems. Last time, we also had the different properties of multiplication. First, it says here that when we multiply two numbers, we can switch the numbers and still get the same product. Even if we change the position of the numbers, our product would still be the same. When we multiply three numbers, we can multiply any two numbers first, then multiply the product with the other number and still get the same product. The earlier describes the commutative property of multiplication. That even if we change the position or we switch the numbers like 3 times 4 or 4 times 3, answer would still be the same. That's commutative property of multiplication. Associative property of multiplication is this one, that even if we multiply the two numbers first before multiplying the product, just like this, 2 times 3 times 6 equals 2 times 3 times 6, our answers would still be the same. That is the associative property of multiplication. Understood? Okay. Next, let's move on to another property of multiplication. This property is most likely common. It's common that we encounter them every day, and this is about zero and multiplication. Zero and multiplication. Okay, what about zero and multiplication? For instance, we have this word problem. Auntie Beth has puts 5 trays on the table. There is nothing on the trays. Again, Auntie Beth puts 5 trays on the table. There is nothing on the trays. When do zero and multiplication property comes in? Okay, as stated here, nothing means zero. It does not have. So, in numerical form, we write it 0. There is nothing in the 5 trays. So, we put 5 zeros. Now, it becomes 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 plus 0 equals 0. 5 groups of 0 are equal to 0. In multiplication form, it looks like this. 5 times 0 equals 0. Even if we switch the order of the two numbers, like 0 times 5 equals 0, we still get 0 as the answer. That means any number multiplied by 0, the answer would still be 0. Therefore, 5 times 0 equals 0 times 5. Do you understand? Okay, just simple. Any number multiplied with 0, your answer will always be 0. Okay? Very good. Next. Another property is 1 and multiplication. 1 and multiplication. Supposing I have this problem. A teacher places 5 glasses on the table. Again, a teacher places 5 glasses on the table. There is a toothbrush in each glass. How many toothbrushes are there altogether? we highlighted 5 glasses and a toothbrush. A toothbrush means only one. So, if we're going to write it in a mathematical way, it looks like this. 1 toothbrush plus 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 1 toothbrush equals 5 toothbrushes. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 equals 5. 5 groups of 1 are equal to 5. In multiplication form, it looks like this. 5 times 1 equals 5. And even if we switch the order of the two numbers, or like this, 1 times 5 equals 5, we still get the same answer. That means any number multiplied by 1, the answer is the number itself. Even if it's 1 times 2, the answer is 2. 100 times 1, the answer is 100. Any number multiplied by 1, the answer is the number itself. Therefore, 5 times 1 is equal to 1 times 5. Okay? Now, let's move on to another topic. And this goes on multiplying one-digit numbers by 4-digit numbers or less. Let's first focus on this concept. Multiplying one-digit numbers by 10. So what are one-digit numbers? It's 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They are one-digit numbers. And how do we multiply them by 10? Let's have an example. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. The problem here is Aaron has 4 10 stripes. Look, this is 1, 2, 3, 4. Aaron has 4 10 stripes. Each stripe has 10 blocks. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. There are 10 blocks in each stripe. Now, how many blocks are there all together? How are we going to solve for it? Because we have here 10 blocks in each stripe and there are 4 stripes, so we do 4 groups of 10. So it's 10 plus 10 plus 10 plus 10 equals 40. There are 40 blocks all together. Remember, when we multiply a number by 10, any number multiplied by 10, you always add 0 at the end of the number. So, for example, by not looking, we have 4. If we multiply it by 10, just add 0 and that makes our answer. For this example, 4 added with 0, it becomes 40. Thus, our answer is there are 40 blocks all together. Okay? Again, that is multiplying one-digit numbers by 10. Next, let's have multiplying one-digit numbers by two-digit numbers. So what are examples of two-digit numbers? That is from 10 up to 99. They have two numbers each. For example, the problem is this. Jessica buys 2 bouquets of lotuses. There are 14 lotuses in each bouquet. How many lotuses does she buy all together? So, I highlighted here 2 bouquets of lotuses. So, there are 2 bouquets of lotus. And in each bouquet, there are 14 lotuses. 14 is a two-digit number because it has 1 and 4. 2 digits, right? Now, we need to find the product of this. 2 times 14 equals unknown. We can have this. 2 times 14 equals 14 plus 14 because it is 2 groups of 14. So in addition, we can write it this way. 14 plus 14. Then, we do expanded form. 14 can be expanded into 10 plus 4 plus 10 plus 4. Put together the same numbers, that is 10 plus 10 plus 4 plus 4. And then, in multiplication, it's 2 times 10 plus 2 times 4 because there are 2 groups of 10 and there are 2 groups of 4. Therefore, 2 times 10 equals song kun sip. We get 20. Song kun si equals 8. So 20 plus 8 equals 28. Okay. Now, Jessica buys 28 lotuses all together. There are again 2 ways to multiply one-digit numbers by two-digit numbers. As shown on the previous slide, we had used the expanded form and the column multiplication, right? We use the expanded form to get the product, and also we can use the column multiplication. Say for instance, we have this. Let's still use the same example. Let's find the product using the expanded form. What is again expanded form? Let's see. 2 times 14 equals unknown. Now, we write it this way. 14 times 2. Do expanded form first. 14 is this. 14 is equal to 10 plus 4. 2 is equal to 2. That's 4 plus 2. 4 times 2 equals 8. 2 times 10 equals 20. That gives us the product of 28. Now 14 is called the multiplicand, 2 is called the multiplier, while 28 is called the product. Let's go to finding the product using the column multiplication. So we write the two numbers in a column form. That's 14 times 2. Okay? Now, 2 times 4 equals 8. 2 times 10, because 1 is the tens place, we get 20. Now 8 comes from 2 times 4 and 20 comes from 2 times 10. Because again, 1 is in the tens place, so its value is 10. We add them together. 8 plus 0 equals 8. 0 plus 2 equals 2. We still get the same answer, right? It is still 28. And even if we do the shortcut method, like this, 2 times 4 equals 8, 2 times 1 equals 2. We still get 28. That is how you're going to do multiplying one-digit numbers by four-digit numbers or less, or specifically two-digit numbers, using expanded form and the column multiplication. So now, what were our topics for today? We had 0 and multiplication, 1 and multiplication, multiplying one-digit numbers by 10, and multiplying one-digit numbers by two-digit numbers using expanded form and the column multiplication. If you have questions, please feel free to ask me, private message me, or you can watch the video again in your free time. But for now, it's time to say thank you everyone for listening and watching. I hope to see you next time. Goodbye everyone, and keep safe always.